Today on Mysterious Morsels, we're talking about angels. Angels are definitely a positive being, and everybody usually thinks that they're in the good, and I would think that that's a pretty safe bet. Starting with all sorts of thoughts and theories about them. I know that religiously they show up, and you could argue that they're not necessarily mythological, but maybe fantastical creatures as well. For me, being Catholic, it's like a whole different story. You've got your, hierarchy, if you will. There's God, then there's the three archangels, Raphael and Gabriel and Michael, and then you've got your normal angels, so there's like seraphim and whatnot, and then you've got people, and then you've got animals. It's like a whole hierarchy of souls, if you will. So to me, it's a different world, but in general, they're beings, if you will, that have a greater power and ability than humans. That's pretty widely accepted no matter what. They exist in heaven and basically are in a spirit realm, if you want to look at it that way, instead of, I'll say existentially instead of religiously. They're on a level of existence or a plane higher than that of the physical universe. And they show up in a lot of religious traditions. It's considered supernatural or spiritual, depending on how you look at it again. And it's still somebody who serves God or serves an above, deity, if you will. The primary role that angels have is to sort of bridge the cosmic divide that separates God and humanity. So if you even take that to a pop culture world, or you take that to, books, movies, music, you think about City of Angels, Nicolas Cage, where it had a great movie that really involved that. He falls in love with a human. Of course, he has to become human in order to live, with her. I won't spoil the movie for you. It's great, but very cool. And it was probably the best modern day example, even though that's probably like circa 1999. But there's this, cosmic bridge between angels and humans. So they have to figure that out in order to be together. Also, a fantastic Goo Goo Dolls song, and I think it won a Grammy for best soundtrack. But throwing that out there, so go watch that when you're bored. The real deal with the separation between God and humanity is that it occurred due to the sin and fall of mankind. So apparently Lucifer was like some awesome angel, and then he just turned bad and decided to ruin everything for everybody because he was totally like enamored with being an angel, and he kind of got a little too big for his own ego and then went south, literally. So angels being capable of taking on human form, serving as intermediaries, communicators, if you will, between heaven and earth. That's their big deal. They're very often messengers. You see them used in that situation, certainly in hymns and, again, in folklore and in religion very often. That happens quite a bit. According to mainstream Christian theology, angels are holy spiritual beings and therefore do not eat or have any kind of gender. They just sort of exist and they just are. So that's how that goes. They have very different roles, and again, they could be mostly messengers, but then you have the archangels, they're protectors. So, like the arch, if you will, like the ark above everybody else. They would say St. Michael's the patron saint of policemen and, any first responders, pilots, people that have high danger jobs or high service jobs because they're protectors. So that's always something. The other thing is if you go the supernatural route, when you get a house, depending on the religion of the real estate agent, it's very common that Catholics will turn the corners of the house. They'll bury in each corner of the property a St. Michael's medal, and it's supposed to be a protector so that the house and all the people who dwell within it are safe. So that's one of those things that you might hear of or see. And it's always St. Michael, and there's St. Michael's prayer against anything evil. While you have two angels in the Bible that are mentioned that have wings, they don't in fact have them, according to what source I know not, but so allegedly there's not really wings. So you might see again the seraphim or the highest level angels can have wings, but generally they don't. In terms of clothing and such, they're typically depicted like an agent of God, almost like in a military style, late antique kind of military uniform. A lot of times it's like the flowing white robes with the harps, if you see that. And that's kind of the softer style, but really it could be normal military dress almost in a tunic way, which is ancient military, but that's what that really was. So we predicted perceive it as flowing white robes and that, but it's really not that situation. Usually it's about to the knees, and then they sometimes have armor or like a chest plate on. A lot of different versions of angels depending on, again, what religion you practice and what you see. And the Bible stories usually have the look and attributes of angels in many situations, but they can vary depending on like who's telling the story. So it's just one of those things that comes up, and it's you see them on greeting cards and religious articles and things like that, or even just you talk about guardian angel. Everybody's supposed to have their own guardian angel. There's a prayer to guardian angels. I certainly learned, and you did that after lunch when you came back from lunch and Catholic school. So it was supposed to be that person, that angel was assigned to you and would protect you no matter what. A lot of times when kids drive, parents will give them like a guardian angel, a little placard, or don't drive faster than your guardian angel can fly. That's like a popular one. So it's not romanticized badly. Let's put it that way. It's always in a positive way. You don't here, there's the expression fallen angel, but literally is, referring to Lucifer because he was a bad egg. And supposedly he, loved God so much, and I guess he got jealous or whatever. He had issues and they had to get rid of him. So he started his own realm, and it was not a good one. So while he went down south, everybody else was busy, up north. Other than that, though, it's usually a positive thing. You always have a good vibe from an angel, and whether you go at that spiritually or religiously, it's your choice, but it's definitely out there and something that you would perceive, as a standard thing in folklore, mythology, or just lore. If you enjoy content like this, click on this video. Also, don't forget to leave us a comment about your favorite mythical creature or anything that you would like us to put up. If you like this type of content, scare the like button into turning blue and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching.